What's going on, everybody? I'm just going to be here to give you a little information on rehab for my meniscus tear. So basically, what a meniscus is kind of like a shock absorber in your knee joint. A lot of people they think it's like a torn cartilage, but anyway, it's kind of like a shock absorber. So if you're just killing your knees and not using your hips to absorb, and everything's transferring into your knees, you're probably at risk for doing some damage to it. So anyway, kettlebell sports, a lot of stuff is based on using the quads for extension. And if you're not doing it right, especially in the repetitive jerk exercise, you might do a lot of damage to the knee. So I had an area that wasn't able to repair itself due to blood flow removed. It was basically a flap. It had cut a little bit, and they had to surgically remove it. So pain that I was experiencing is pretty much gone totally. A little bit of the incision area still tender. This is 10 days out from surgery. I went back for my post-operation talk with a doctor who I really liked at Commonwealth Orthopedics today, Dr. Heiss. Anyway, so when talking to him about kettlebell sport, not many doctors really understand, especially orthopedic doctors and sports stuff. They don't really understand all the injury, basically they don't understand the sport of kettlebell lifting. A lot of people understand weightlifting, Olympic weightlifting, because it's been around for forever, especially, in the United States. But it's Olympic sport. But anyway, kettlebell sport lifting is very similar exercises, jerk, snatch, clean and jerk. But the thing is really different in kettlebell sport is the repetition range. So while you're going for maximum weight lifted for competition in Olympic lifting, you're going for maximum reps lifted in kettlebell sport. So when I asked the doctor today, because I was feeling good, I've been riding my bike a lot, he said that was a great thing that I could do, but I started doing, body weight squats and stuff, and I wasn't feeling any pain. He said, do anything that I want to that didn't cause me pain. So I thought to show him a video that I had made on Swing This Kettlebell and Strength YouTube channel. Showed the lateral view of the kettlebell jerk. He watched it and it seemed pretty intrigued, and we talked about it a little bit, and I feel that he understood that I understood a lot about mechanics and biomechanics and force production, force deceleration, and he seemed to think that it would be really good for me to start doing it again. But he was happy. He wanted to do higher reps, and once I told him, how many reps we do, in under 10 minutes, he thought that was a great idea just to start low. 50% of the weight. So if I train with 228s, if I'm competing, I'm going to drop down and start with 14s or 12s and just work my way back up. And he thought that the higher repetitions were good, so I can really focus on form. And that's one of the biggest distinction between kettlebell sport is you get tired and your form degrades. We're not, that's the thing. Like, I want my last reps to be just like my first reps because if they're not, I'm running the chance of injury. That's like saying every time I set up for 1 rep maximum for Olympic snatch, and I'm just too fatigued, the chance of injury far outweighs the benefit. So the risk versus reward. But anyway, so just here to let you know that I'm back in the game as of today, and we will see how this progresses, and I'll keep you guys updated on what we do. I've been doing a lot of proprioception, a lot of stability training, and making sure that my hip is working very well to control the femur. So I'm not really throwing a lot of crazy torquing force into the knee joint itself. So like I said, I don't see much of this talked about in kettlebell sport athletes. And I'm sure a lot of people have had knee injuries, but I'm here to help you guys not go through what I've had to go through. But anyway, it's been a short time, and hopefully the recovery process isn't much longer, and I can get back to it and help you guys along in the long run. Have a good one.